working out here in my chicken house, I thought, you know what? I'm going to run and get my camera and share with you a little bit about today's subject. I was thinking about all the things that I've had to do in my life in the last couple years. I was thinking about how I used to be a certain way and how I am today. And you know, the saying is so true. Necessity is the mother of all inventions. And how true is that? You know, when we have a necessity in life, when we don't have any money, we invent ways, we invent things to create our life better, to help us in troubles that we have. And today, I'm out in the chicken house, and I want to share with you today's video to prove a point to all of you that you don't have to have money in order to find the things that you need in life. And I think my beautiful hens can agree. I had a problem. I didn't have a place for my hens to be able to have a place where they could roost. I didn't have any money. I didn't have anything here on the home, but yet my neighbor had something that she threw away. I quickly asked her if I could have it. She gave it to me, and that's how I made these beautiful nesting boxes. You know, necessity sometimes can really help your creative spirit flow. It helps for me anyway. So many times in the past I would get frustrated. Oh, I don't have money for this, I don't have money for that. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? And I realized that it's the days you don't have money, it's the days that you really start thinking of how you can make things work. So let me show you what I made today. No matter what it is in life, when you don't have money, you think outside the box. And I know a lot of you don't have chickens, but I thought you would enjoy all of the things that I do at the homestead. Gathered some of my eggs. My chickens love this little area. It didn't cost me anything. And you know what? It gives me a great piece of satisfaction knowing that I provided something for my chickens and it didn't cost me anything. Yeah, the saying is true. Necessity sure is the mother of all inventions. Woo! I like being in my chicken house. My chicken house is a place where I can really reflect on life. My chicken house is a place where I talk to my chickens. Oh my goodness, I tell them everything about my day, whether I had a good day or a bad day. There are many times in my life I've come out here and just cried. I cried, and it was such a relief and it was such a wonderful feeling because they seem to understand. You know, God gave us animals for a reason, and all animals have a sense of nurturing about them, and so I love the animals. It's hard to believe the girl with the bandana in her hair and the pink sweatshirts. At one time, I lived a more affluent life, and I didn't have to invent things. I didn't have the lack of money. Whenever I had a trouble, well, it was the nearest Walmart could solve all of my troubles in life. And I readily went there. I went there and I bought what I needed. But then life comes and hits you real hard sometimes. And then, all of a sudden, I didn't have the money. And so when troubles came and things needed fixed, I had to think, how am I going to do this? You know, and that has been the biggest challenge of my life, but it's been the biggest blessing of my life as well. Taking the challenges of our lives and turning them into something positive. That's something that money can't buy. And so I've learned to work with my hands. I've learned to have skills that I can figure things out when I have troubles. Yes, some things do need money to fix. That is true. But there's so many things in life that you can do that doesn't cost you anything. You just have to think outside the box. That's right. I'm having some friends join me as I talk. So many of you talk about how when I talk in the chicken house, my hens are talking along with me. Betty Jo is right behind me. Look at Betty Jo. She wants to have some action with the camera. They know me. They love me. I know it's hard to say because they know me. They love me. I know some people would think I'm rather eccentric. But you know, the chicken has a brain the size of a pea, but yet these chickens are really smart. They know so much about me. They think I'm one of them. I guess I do like to cackle a lot now, don't I? So you guys named my chickens last year when they were babies, and so Betty Joe is the one that's the most talkative. Alright, so let's get started in the rest of this video. Woo! That was a lot of work. I gotta freshen up a little bit, and then I'm gonna share with you how I wash my dishes. Yesterday's video was my lye soap, and that was Sarah's Amish lye soap recipe. A lot of people missed all of my videos where I share how I wash my dishes. And the reason why I like making this lye soap is another way that you can take a necessity and make it into something that it can really help you out. All of the supplies other than the lye were supplies I got free from the food pantry. Now the food bank had all of these things and they were expired over 2 years. And I really didn't feel like I wanted to make things with oil that was expired for 2 years. And the shortening, I really don't cook much with shortening. So I turned it into bar soap, which I use to wash my dishes. So I'm just going to share with you a little demonstration on how I wash my dishes. And I think you're going to enjoy that too. You know, the world wants to tell you that if you need something, you can buy it within a moment. You can go on Amazon, you can go on eBay. Everything at your fingertips, in just a few seconds you can buy it. But I'm here to tell you, think outside the box, and when you need something in life, think about it and think, how can you create it without having to go and buy it? This world is too full of all of these things. Why don't we recycle what we have? Why don't we reuse it? Why don't we redo with all of the things that we find that would normally be thrown away? Just like this chest of drawers was going to be thrown away, I decided I'm going to take it away from the landfill and make some nesting boxes with it. All right, let's take a look and see. Thing about the old days, I'm really watching and reading a lot about the Depression era. And the Depression era, you know, people had to think outside the box. They didn't have the materials that they had readily available as they do today. And so I'm thinking so much about how did they redo things? How did they reuse things? It's quite remarkable. A lot of people tell me about life as a child and life as their parents were when they were children in the Depression era. And so that is what I am trying to do, because you know what, in the day and age we live in, there's a lot of people that are affluent. There's a lot of people that have money readily available at their hands. But there's also a lot of people, and those are the people that are falling through the cracks here in the United States of America. There's a lot of people that don't have supplies like they need. There's a lot of people that don't have the money. A lot of people that are living below poverty. And my channel is different because I want to share with you real life. I want to show you life below the poverty level. You know, there's so many channels out there and they share with you, you know, big houses and YouTube bought them this and YouTube bought them that. But I want to share with you a different look about the people in the United States and all across the world, people like me, that live below poverty level, but yet they're living abundant lives because they're taking things and they're working with things with their own two hands. Their own two hands, they're creating such beautiful, peaceful places in their life. And that's what I want to share with all of you, is that less sometimes is best. And even though it would be nice to have money to do this or to do that, sometimes you get great satisfaction in not having the money, but learning skills of your own two hands, like making lye soap. Of course you could go out and buy soap, but it's great to learn with your own two hands. And because I had the resources, most of it I got for free, that was expired, that was going to be thrown away, I turned that into something that I can use every day here at my home. And so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to wash some dishes, and I'm going to share with you how I use my lye soap. So here you find me in the kitchen, and I'm going to share with you how I wash my dishes. So many of you guys asked about it after yesterday's video. If you didn't see yesterday's video, it's right above here and I'll share it with you. It's how I make Sarah's old-fashioned lye soap. This is an Amish recipe. As you see, I have little blocks like this, and so the first step I do, since I have to heat my water to do my dishes, this is a very cumbersome job, and I really like to have my dishes washed every single day. But unfortunately, last night I was real tired and I have a whole lot of dishes to do, and I really don't like doing it this way. But sometimes in life we do slack a little bit. What I do is I always put a block in here. Now this block will last me for about 2 days. I'm going to fill up my tea kettle. This is only for washing dishes, and I'm going to go ahead and heat my water. So that's process number 1. A lot of people ask, well, does it cut grease? Yes, this bar soap does cut grease because it has lemon juice in it. I use this almost all the time. Now I will have some Dawn soap every once in a while. I have a bottle of it that I will use if I have something that's really baked on, like I would have a cast iron skillet that's really baked on. This is another method that you can use. Now I shared with you the link in that video. eBay does have these. They are not cheap. You would be buying them strictly for sentimental reasons, or buying them if you live off grid, or buying them simply because it's something that you would like to have. It's not something that's going to save you any money, and you surely don't need it. So once I fill this up with water, I'm going to heat it on the stove, and then we'll get working on these dishes, and I'll show you how I wash them. So what you're doing is, the soap is going in your water, just like this. Now I also have the soap in the hot water too. And take your hot water with the soap in it. Now you see there is some suds to it, and it cleans just like regular dish soap. There's some suds, but as you see, it's not much. My water isn't very much because it's not pressurized like most people's. This is my water, and this is actually a good day. Some days I don't have as much pressure. Now I think you're starting to understand that it takes me a lot longer to do the average chore than the average housewife. And there's the pan. Nice and shiny and clean. No residue. Works great. You're still watching. I really want to thank you for watching my video, and I want to share with you a special shout out to a very close friend of mine. Melissa has been a very close friend to me for many years. She's been kind and encouraging, and she's been so wonderful in her life and in her testimony to others. I want to share with you that Melissa has made some pillows. These are beautiful pillows. And she has a Etsy store. I can share with you in the description box her Etsy store. She makes beautiful wreaths, and I shared with you the wreaths that she made me this spring. But here are the pillows. I have this one, and this one, and I have this one, and I have this one. I thought it would be nice to pay it forward and just share with you the hard work that some of my subscribers have done. And check out her Etsy store and check out her Facebook. She's got a lot of neat things. She's a very talented woman, and she's a very kind woman. So take care, everyone. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I want you to tell me in the comments below, what's something that you had to use your mind instead of your pocketbook to make? What's something you learned to recycle and to reuse? I want you to help my community. I want you to help share your stories and your life with all of us. You know what? It's because of you sharing things that you've learned in life, it's really blessing other people. And that's what my channel is about. It's about building a community where everybody can share their experiences together in one big melting pot. If you like videos like these, make sure that you subscribe to me. Make sure that you ring my notification bell, and make sure you give me that thumbs up. Creators like me work really hard to make videos, and they come to you free and clear. You don't have to pay for anything to watch my videos. So in turn, why don't you do something free for me? Give me that thumbs up, because that thumbs up helps YouTube share my videos so much more. And also, it tells YouTube that you like my videos, and YouTube will share my videos out into a wider range of people. And guess what? I say thank you so much. Because of giving me my thumbs ups and watching my full video, you have created a difference in my life. Take a look at my stats. It's because of all of you and what you've done for me in the last 2 months. Thank you guys so much. It means the world to me, and I am so grateful for you. Take care, everyone. We'll see you guys tomorrow.